You're listening to Something Cheeky, a collection of podcasts where two sisters discuss TV, books, and movies with just enough irreverence and far too many pop culture references.
Welcome to Something Cheeky, where we're discussing the movie Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I'm Nikki.
I'm Rosanna.
This is part one of our coverage of the film directed by Matthew Vaughn, starring Taron Egerton. I saw this movie yesterday, and Rosanna has not seen it yet, hasn't seen the trailer, doesn't know any spoilers. She's going to make some predictions based on the movie's synopsis and the trailer, and then she'll get to go watch the movie, and then we'll talk about it in part two of our coverage. All right, Rosanna, let's get into this. You ready for the movie synopsis from IMDb?
Yes.
Okay. When their headquarters are destroyed and the world is held hostage, the Kingsman journey leads them to the discovery of an allied spy organization in the U.S. These two elite secret organizations must band together to defeat a common enemy. What do you think's going to happen based on this synopsis?
So when I hear the headquarters are destroyed, I immediately think Charlie's Angels. Because that was part of that movie. Then I hear the world is held hostage.
Yes.
So we have a big bad guy who sounds like very powerful. An allied spy organization. That to me sounds like maybe it's in the U.S., but it could be more than one country creating this organization.
Oh, okay. Are you thinking allies like World War II?
Yeah.
The allies kind of thing?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
definitely.
Okay.
And it makes me think of S.H.I.E.L.D. versus Hydra. Because they're buried into the government and not a lot of people know about them. So that's the sort of vibe I'm getting.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any more predictions based on that? Doesn't give you much.
It really doesn't. I mean, kind of what it's saying is, hey, here are some characters, and there's a conflict.
So basically a movie.
Exactly.
So I know that you recently rewatched the first Kingsman, The Secret Service, and so did I.
Yes.
Which was, I'm really glad that we did, because it's such a great movie. That's why we're doing the sequel, because the first movie is so much fun.
It really is a good movie.
I love so many of the people in it. They're just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really like Taron Egerton, who plays Eggsy, the main character.
I like him, too.
And Colin Firth. I've been in love with Colin Firth since I was, 11, and saw him as Mr. Darcy in the Pride and Prejudice BBC series, which I'm pretty sure most women my age feel that way, too. All about some wet shirt Mr. Darcy.
Also, the whole point of the Kingsman is it's a gentleman's organization. And Colin Firth is like the epitome of an English gentleman.
Yeah.
It's a perfect part for him.
He's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
He's basically just an archetype at this point.
Which I'm fine with.
So before we watch the trailer, do you have any predictions about the villain?
Well, I will say I'm glad it's not Samuel L. Jackson. Because
oh my God.
He was my least favorite part of the first movie.
Yeah, I think he did a good job, but he was annoying.
Yeah.
His character was annoying. And I don't know who made the choice to have the lisp, but it was...
It was not good.
Yeah. Though, I mean, the point of the whole first movie, which it's pretty meta, they say it a couple times, this is not that kind of movie.
Right.
And they talk about how they really like the old spy films, where
Yes.
it's just kind of, everything's over the top, and the villains are ridiculous, and it really fulfills that. And actually, I don't really like most spy films. I like Jason Bourne, because I really like Matt Damon, and he's fantastic. But I don't like the Bond movies. Mm-hmm. I haven't watched the old ones, but I don't like any of the new ones. They're boring to me, and all the, Sean Connery ones and things like that. I'm not big on spy stuff, but this movie I thought was just so much fun. It was just tongue-in-cheek the whole way through. It poked fun at all the tropes, and it was really, really great to watch. It was ultra-violent, which really is not my thing, but the way that the violence is done is so insane, and half of it's slow-mo, that it's almost beautiful. The fight scene in the church with Colin Firth, it's hard to watch, but it's good.
Yeah, it was a messy scene, but it was very well made.
Yeah, the choreography was amazing.
I don't mind spy movies. I don't mind James Bond movies, and I like the Bourne movies, and I like movies that are spy and action, rolled together. Okay. But then I also like the kind of movie where it's sort of making fun of it, or like a wink and a nod to those movies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I like both.
Nice.
I think some of the spy movies that I've seen, I don't like the really old ones because to me, I need special effects, and they don't. Theirs aren't very good, but
yeah, they don't hold up to today's stuff.
They really don't. But I do like the mystery of spy movies where you're waiting to see what's actually going on that's not right in the front. So I like that.
I will say about the action that doesn't hold up. Ed and I were just watching some of the best moments from the Adam West Batman TV show.
Oh dear, yes.
It's so funny, and it's funny on purpose, but man, the fight scenes are so bad. They're so bad. Everybody is waiting for the next part to happen, so they're kind of like pause in the middle, and people are doing really, like, Batgirl is doing these weak kicks and getting picked up by Robin. It's all over the place. It's amazing how far they've come with that sort of stuff.
Well, and you can't fault them, because that was the best they could do at the time. Yeah. But looking back on it, when we've come this far with it, it's kind of hard to watch.
Yeah, when every stunt person is like an Olympic level gymnast and parkour expert and all that.
Right. And then they just come in after filming and use the special effects and use the CGI and, fill in all those spots. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so there are 2 trailers. There is a big spoiler that is in both of them, so we can't avoid it, and I'm frustrated about it. I read today that Matthew Vaughn, the director, is pretty angry about the spoiler as well, because the director's not the person who cuts the trailer. It's the marketing people. He said that he's going to try to get more control over the marketing for his next movie, too, because of it.
Yeah, I can imagine being the creator, something like that happening would be so frustrating.
Yeah. And after this spoiler, too, I wish that I hadn't have known before I saw it, because it would have made a certain scene much more impactful if I hadn't have known. Even if I had suspected it,
right,
but not had confirmation, it would have been much better.
Yeah.
So I'm sad that I can't, cut you your own trailer without the spoiler in it. But there's a lot of other stuff. We're not going to watch the second trailer, which has a lot more information about the US side.
I see. Okay.
So you'll miss some of that stuff, which is it was hard to decide which one to let you see, because that one has some pretty funny stuff in it, but I'll let you enjoy that during the movie itself.
I like that.
The first trailer is a little more vague.
Good.
Which I think is a good thing.
I hate trailers that have, half of the movie in them.
Yeah, and all the jokes.
Yeah.
Also, it's weird because the second trailer because I rewatched it today, and it has a couple of things that are not in the movie. They did not make it into the final cut of the movie.
Really? Oh, that's funny.
Just some jokes that I saw, and I was like, I don't remember that part.
Huh.
But it'll probably be in the bonus features when the Blu-ray comes out. All right, are you ready to watch the trailer?
I am.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Roxy's back! Ooh. Underwater car. Aww. I'm glad Merlin's back, too. Is that a cowboy hat? Yeah! Hey! Yay!
All right.
I was so hoping that was the spoiler. Yay, I'm so excited.
So I worry about saying the spoiler.
Oh, for other people?
We're not going to say what the spoiler is. So if you manage to miss it and haven't watched the trailer, you're still good.
Yeah.
So we won't spoil that for you. So other than that, the very end of the trailer spoiler, tell me about it. What do you think's going to happen? What did you see? Who did you see?
Yeah, I think it looks really exciting. I think it's got all of the great action that we had in the first movie. It looks like maybe even more.
There is so much great action. There is a lot of slow-mo, and you're going to love every second of it. It is so much fun.
Yeah, I definitely sometimes think that people overuse slow-mo, but in the first Kingsman, I think it was just the right amount. So I'm going to guess that they're going to be good at it this time, too.
Okay.
I think that Exy looks like he hasn't aged at all.
Yeah.
He's so adorable. I'm glad Roxy's back.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum. must be the American or one of them.
Was that a surprise?
Yes. And who is the actor that had the missing arm?
I don't know his name.
But he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen him on lots of things. He was in the first movie.
What? He was?
He got a haircut, so he's hard to recognize.
Really? Huh, okay.
Yeah, you'll find out tomorrow.
I'm super glad that Merlin's back, too, because I really loved him in the first one.
I love Mark Strong so much. Also, Scottish accent, hands down, sexiest accent in the world.
Yes. And he had some really great lines in the first movie. He was a really, really good character.
Yeah, almost everybody in this is comedic relief at some point, and he's so good at that.
Yes. There was a lot of exploding things. It looked like they were in something like a winery or some sort of place where they make alcohol. Did I see barrels, maybe? Am I crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
You did see that.
I saw the car that turned into a submarine, which is awesome.
That scene felt very Harry Potter to me, just the way that the CGI was done.
Well, I'm here for that. So.
I know you love some Harry Potter.
I love me some Harry Potter references. Julianne Moore, I didn't know she was in this. I really didn't know anything about this. Halle Berry, I didn't know she was in it.
And you don't really find out who they are in it.
Ever?
Well, no. In the trailer. It doesn't really tell you much. They just show up occasionally and say hello.
They're just extras in the background. Was that Julianne Moore? So I think it's kind of cool because it sounds like, and it sort of looked like there's going to be some time in London, but then also some time in the US, so that's cool. Mm-hmm. It makes me really sad that their beautiful castle is destroyed.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It was very pretty.
So sad.
That was very disaster movie.
Yeah.
Like White House explosion and Independence Day and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's like, did they blow up the ground underneath? Because the whole thing just sort of falls in.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, like a crater.
Who else did you see?
Oh, so it said Jeff Bridges. I didn't actually see him in it. I must have missed it.
They showed him for a moment.
I did see somebody that I thought looked like Burt Reynolds, but I don't think it was. But I saw like a Burt Reynolds...
I can't believe you don't...
I saw a Burt Reynolds mustache, so I'm not sure who that was attached to.
That was Pedro Pascal from... He was Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
He's also on Narcos.
When somebody's got a big mustache, it's kind of the first thing you see, and if you only get a second...
That's true. But I loved him so much in Game of Thrones. He was so charismatic.
But, he died, and it was kind of his own fault, so...
You don't feel bad.
He should have been paying attention.
Also, he has an accent in this movie that is so distracting. Like, it's not that it's a bad accent, it's just it's so different from what I'm used to hearing, the way I'm used to hearing him speak.
Is it like an American Southern accent?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. He looked like that was what he was carrying.
Mm-hmm.
What else did I see?
So Halle Berry was there.
Yes.
But I think we only saw her for a second, too.
And was she wearing a lab coat?
Maybe.
You watch a preview, it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick things out.
What about a villain?
Oh, I guess probably one of those people is the villain. I didn't even think about that. Somebody had to blow the place up.
I will say I'm really glad that the trailer doesn't say or show much about the villain. Mm-hmm. It was all very surprising when I saw that in the movie. And that was good. I
think that it is reasonable to guess that the villain might be one of those women.
Okay.
I am very supportive of having the villain in an action movie be a woman. I like that.
Yeah, it's so rare.
It is. I really liked in the first Kingsman I don't remember what her name was, the woman with the sword.
Gazelle.
Sword leg. Oh, Gazelle, yes. I've really liked
Gazelle, yeah.
Gazelle's I liked that character a lot. And it was kind of sad when she died.
Yeah, I've only seen her in Kingsman and Atomic Blonde. And she did a lot of action in that too, so I think that she must just be like a martial artist or something. I wouldn't be surprised if a decent amount of stunts were her own, that she did herself.
Yeah, she was pretty amazing. That was...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm okay with a female villain. And Jeff Bridges, to me, always seems like the kind of actor that seems like a good guy in the beginning, but then turns into the bad guy, very like Iron Man, So I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. He seemed like he was a good guy, but the whole time he was actually a bad guy. So, Jeff Bridges to me just seems like I would always be suspicious of him.
I'm not a big fan of him. I know that he's good at what he does, but I just...
I'm indifferent about him.
Like, I'm not gonna see a movie because Jeff Bridges is in it.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah, it's not a draw for me.
But I won't not see it just because he's in it either. There are some actors like that.
I am so on the fence about Murder on the Orient Express. It looks pretty interesting. It's got Kenneth Branagh, and I really like him, and a lot of really interesting actors, except that Johnny Depp is in it, and I just...
Was that one of the previews
I'm not
that you
into
saw
that.
for this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any previews for it. I haven't liked Johnny Depp since he did Into the Woods.
I haven't liked him in so long.
I didn't like him in that because he just put off a super pedophile vibe. I also did not like him at all in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
He's just been creepy for too long.
Or since the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
And do not even get me started on Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. What
so
the hell?
bad.
He should never have ever in a million years been chosen to play Grindelwald. I can think of probably...
Spoiler alert.
Oh, whoops. I can think of probably 20 other actors that I would have gladly have seen in that part before him.
And there's been a lot of controversy about that. A lot of outcry about that casting too because of the whole Amber Heard situation.
Also because he's American.
Yeah.
Why?
I really hope that does something that they recast before the next movie.
I want to talk to the people that made that decision and ask them why they thought that was a good idea. Because that movie was so good. I mean, I really think that was a really done well, and I love the actors that they picked for it. He was the only one that was a misstep, I think. Wasn't Grindelwald, was he German?
I think so, yeah.
So, hello? And J.K. Rowling made a really big deal about when they were making the Harry Potter movies that everyone in the movies were English. Mm-hmm. All the actors. So, why would we bring an American into Fantastic Beasts? I can't. Seriously, I could talk about how disappointed I was in that scene for probably an entire podcast show's worth of time. Because it was so disappointing.
Let's not do that.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Kingsman, love interest.
Well, there was some half-naked woman in red lingerie, but I don't know who that was, so...
There was, yeah.
Though, I feel like when you have a woman in that kind of scene dressed that way, she's not a love interest, she's a distraction.
Okay.
So I probably wouldn't go with her as a love interest.
Okay.
I also feel like Halle Berry and Julianne Moore are too old for Eggsy.
Okay.
Maybe Roxy. I don't know. I don't want it to be Roxy.
That's one thing I loved about the first movie is their relationship was so close but so platonic.
Right. There wasn't a love story in the first movie.
No.
There wasn't any at all. So, and I was fine with it. I didn't miss it at all.
Yeah, there was sex at the very end.
Right, but that was not at all
a
romantic scene. So
that was not.
So yeah, and I was fine with it. I didn't miss it at all. Sometimes you can just have a character flirt with people off and on, and it never having to go farther than that.
I agree. Though, I wouldn't mind Taron Egerton having some love scenes, because he is a very attractive man. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't mind if he took off a shirt a little more. That ass. Oh my god, amazing.
He is really adorable.
I had forgotten, but I'm going to get a little too TMI here, but in the first movie, in the scene where the room fills up with water and they have to get out, mm-hmm. the whole, form-fitting pants on that butt, oh my god. I could not look away. That guy does serious squats in the gym every day, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, he's very acrobatic.
I think he's an actual gym, he did a lot of gymnastics and stuff.
I got him kind of mixed up with Tom Holland in my mind, because I hadn't seen Kingsman for so long. And they sort of have a similar face.
I know. Taron Egerton has, superhero jawline going on.
He looks like the older brother of Tom Holland.
I could see that.
To me, I guess. And, as anybody who listened to our Spider-Man coverage knows, we love Tom Holland.
So much. my God, so much.
Yeah. So this looks like a really good action movie that I'm excited to see.
Taron Egerton did most of his own stunts in the first movie.
I'll believe that. Also, it's funny that his last name is Egerton and he goes by Eggsy.
I know, Eggsy.
Is that on purpose?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's not? Okay, I didn't know.
It's such a strange name.
How is Eggsy a nickname?
I don't know.
Right? It's weird.
Yeah. It's nice that I like when they have somebody new for a series like this. Like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
You know, he's been in some stuff, but really, really small parts. In film work, at least. He had a pretty big part in the musical.
Right.
About Billy Elliot, but yeah. But it's nice for new people to have the chance to do something. And it's nice to just get a new person who's so good.
I agree.
There were some good trailers in this. I know that we're probably going to cover Justice League in our movie show, and they played the trailer. It was so hard not to watch. I saw this in an IMAX theater and had to, turn my head.
Oh, no.
And I was like, don't. I could hear a couple things, but I didn't know the context, so it wasn't helpful at all.
I can't wait to see Justice League. I'm so excited.
As soon as I saw a big S Spider-Man logo, I was like, no, I know what this is. And I turned.
Spider-Man?
So watched the trailer. Oh, sorry, Superman.
There was a Superman logo in the Justice League preview? Superman's dead.
What?
Superman is dead.
I didn't know that. Well, there was one hanging on a bridge, so I don't know if, we miss him or something. I have no idea.
Have you still not seen Batman vs. Superman?
I haven't.
You have got to watch that before we watch Justice League, Nikki.
Also, now I'm confused because I thought that Superman was immortal. So,
He's an alien.
Weird.
He's not immortal.
All right, fine.
Also, Superman's never really dead. He isn't.
That's, yeah.
But
no one can believe that guy's ever gonna die.
But yeah, he's dead. I didn't want to spoil you, but seriously, Nikki, how have you not seen Batman vs. Superman yet?
I haven't been avoiding it, but I've just hasn't sounded super exciting because the reviews were just so bad.
But it has Wonder Woman in it. Did you love Wonder Woman?
I did.
It's worth watching just for her scenes.
Okay.
I swear.
I'll watch it.
Plus, it's kind of fun to make fun of because Ben Affleck takes himself so seriously as Batman. He's just like, I'm Batman. I think he says that to himself when he's at home, too.
They showed the trailer for American Made, also.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Here's the thing. It looked like it might possibly be interesting, but it's another one of those casting things. It has Tom Cruise, and I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
And so I'm probably not going to watch it. If they'd cast someone else, I'd probably have watched it, because otherwise it looks interesting, but that guy just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan either. I really liked him in Interview with a Vampire, and I think that's the last movie I liked him in. Which was 1996.
25 years ago. Something like that.
Yeah.
Any other last-minute predictions about Kingsman? Or hopes?
I hope that there's a third one in the works. Okay. I don't know. I hope it's so good that they decide to make another one.
I hope so, too.
I'm interested in seeing more Kingsman agents that maybe have become agents in the meantime. So, I guess that could be one thing that I hope for is to see more.
Yeah, because in the last movie, did Taron Egerton actually become an agent? He got all the stuff, but that's because...
No, he didn't.
He had to,
kind of, because he did a mission. So, I feel like that should have qualified him. Also, he killed...
Arthur.
Wait, what's that guy's name?
The actor?
Yeah.
I don't know. But wasn't he...
He's in everything.
Dumbledore or something?
No!
He looks so much...
No,
Where have I seen him with a beard?
I don't know. He's been in a million things. He's been making movies since, the 60s. Wasn't he Alfred in some Batman movie also? Whose Alfred was he?
Surprised. Maybe, Val Kilmer?
No. I think maybe...
Oh, are you... Oh, okay. Michael Caine.
Yes, Michael Caine, yes.
I was picturing a different guy. Sorry, I was picturing the different old guy.
Oh, yeah. I was
Michael Caine, he was Christian Bale's
Alfred,
I believe.
Yes, he was Christian Bale's Alfred.
I will say this about Arthur. At the very end, he gets, this suddenly low-class accent when he's dying.
Oh, yeah.
That's Michael Caine's real accent.
Oh, interesting.
It's almost unintelligible, like deep Cockney kind of feeling.
Yeah, the rest of it's put on, huh?
Yeah, after all the posh stuff that you usually hear.
Right. So I think that since Eggsy killed Arthur at the end of the last movie, that should qualify him to become an official Kingsman. Right? Shouldn't that count?
Is this Vikings? You kill the king, you become the king.
Well, and so here's the thing too, though. If Arthur died, and I can't remember Colin Firth's character's name. I mean, I know it's Harry, but I can't remember his code name. But so he died too, so they actually lost
Galahad.
2 agents. Galahad. So they lost 2 agents. So I feel like they would be begging Eggsy to come on.
You think?
Yeah.
And we haven't really met the other ones. They've always just been these holograms.
Right. I would like to meet more of them. I hope that's part of it.
Okay. Now we're going to go watch the movie. You can listen to part 2 of our Kingsman The Golden Circle show next week. Until then, you can keep up with us on Twitter at SomeCheek, Facebook.com/SomeCheek, and Instagram at Something Cheeky Podcast. You can also visit our website to learn about our other shows and send us questions and feedback and suggest other movies for us to cover at somethingcheekypodcast.com.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please consider making a donation to help us cover our production costs. Just click the donate button on our website at somethingcheekypodcast.com. If you can't donate, leaving a review on iTunes also helps a huge amount. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Dig-a-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.